Breaking news out of Placer County. 16-year-old Kiely Rodni.
Kiely Rodni.
Kiely Rodni.
Kiely Rodni.
Kiely Rodni.
Kiely Rodni. Kiely Rodni.
Kiely Rodni.
Kylie Rodney.
Kiely Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni is
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodni.
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 Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodni.
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 Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni. Kylie Rodni. Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodni. Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodni. Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Maya Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie. Kylie.
Kylie Rodni.
What's up, y'all? Jade, how you doing, honey? So, I got a bug in my ass for the past couple days. I've really been just looking into some things since I can't get the FOIA requests because I need further detail information. I'm looking for the information. Thanks to Stacia, she gave me the little bit of information that I needed that sent me on my way. Let me put a couple of dips in. Y'all, let me just tell you something. After looking at just the August 6th and August 7th flight paths, one, I have to correct a video that I put out there. It is only half accurate. There is so much more to the August 7th flight path than we even remember. But in doing, in just getting this link for, because I knew that there was a flight path from August 6th. So let me share my entire screen. Let me take that one off and put this one on. Okay. So this is pretty much the website that I was linked to. I know in my images. Hi everybody, how you doing? Silence, it's good to see you. Mega, what you doing, girl? Veha, how you doing? King Scarlet, what you doing? I miss anybody? All right, so the way that I came about even where I'm at right now is, let me close that. In my flight paths, I've had for a while this list of all these flights, and I could have sworn that there was a flight from August 7th and 6th. So I was on a mission to find these, and over the past, I don't know how many months, I think that was one of the last videos that we were on my little channel. I was kind of going over like the flight paths and trying to find information on them. And I knew that somebody on X, Police Overhead, had put out this California Highway Patrol aircraft N974 HP. It's an AS-50. It was spotted near Placer County, California at approximately 1954 UTC. So I've been doing UTC time conversions because that shit is confusing as hell to me. So where the hell are we at here, man? I've been going through a lot of things. Where is, here it is. Okay, so what time did I just say that was? 1954. So 7:30, that would be approximately almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Don't quote me on that because I ain't know. I'm just trusting this website to tell us that that's the right answer. So anyway, I have both of the flight paths, and what I am going to attempt to do tonight after I show you the flight paths, I don't think we're going to watch them in real time because literally me recording these, I started a little bit before 9 o'clock. It's 11 now. I just stopped recording them. So the first flight is, and you can see over here, UTC Day, August 6th, 2022. This is leg 6 of 6. There's a total of 6 of them. And this is the flight path for this one that, here, I'll zoom out because it's a big flight path. So this is from August 6th here. And then I know there were people out there trying to say that I photoshopped the August 7th flight path. And me and a few other people vaguely remember it flying, and this is where we are absolutely correct. We missed a lot. We missed a lot. We remember it flying over Truckee this way and coming into the school area and circling around. What we didn't realize is how much they actually covered. And we're going to go through that second because this is from the 7th, and that is that N911 WL that for whatever reason I just can't get anything back on the FOIA, so I'm just going to have to try to go through the FAA. But with this, I can at least prove that this flight does exist. And they won't have any choice other than to fulfill my FOIA requests, which are the actual flights, what's recorded. So this is August 6th, 2022. And what you can do when you go to this website, which I will drop this link for flight paths from August 6th. There is August 6th flight path. Why is it, wait a minute, it's saying that I'm on SoFire? Hold on a second. Okay, this is really weird. It's saying I'm connected to my Scrolls on... Okay, when I went live, did I go live on Scrolls on Fire or did I go live on SoFire? Because this is really odd that it's posting like that. Anyway, there's the flight path from August 6th. And then what I did, because I could not for the life of me find this flight path. All I know is all the videos that the Yankee boys put out were deleted. I'm on SOF, okay. And then here is the second flight path. It's really weird that it's posting in chat under SoFire, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's just really odd that their videos went down and all we had for almost 2 years was a screenshot of, I think it starts like, the screenshot starts like somewhere like right about here. So yeah, the screenshot that we have is like this little bit right here. I didn't realize that there is all of this missing in the flight path. So we're going to go over that. But first, here is the one from the 6th. So technically, this is where I want to correct my misinformation. This is the very first flight path ever, and it does go to Prosser. It does. Very first flight path, and this is what I wanted to convert. So we're going to go down here to the bottom of the flight. And then what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to, because I noticed this website has a really nifty thingy, which I went and saved in case they try to take this website down or delete this information, is I exported all the KML files, the geometric altitude, the barometric average, and the uncorrected pressure altitude. I saved all 3 of those files. A KML, what I can do then is we can put this into, man, it's been so long since I've really been on my computer, Google Earth, and then I can make a video of the actual real-time flight path so you can see what we're doing. But for now, we're going to focus on this. So I'm going to zoom in here, and you will see right here. Let's go back up. Let me stop this. They first started their flight at 1951, so that's 7:51 Z time. Let's put that in here. What did I just say? 7:51. So that would be 12:51 p.m. That's California time. PST or PDT, whatever you want to call it. Right? 19 converts to 19 would convert to 7:51 p.m. Z time. Z time to PST. Yes, okay, so this flight takes off at 12:51 p.m. and it lands at 21:12. Hold on. Let's make sure this is right. I don't want to lie to y'all. What did I just say that time was? Oh my god, my brain. 21:12. 21:12. That would be 9. So it lands at 2:12 p.m. California time. For some reason, it's not showing your number of... I know this channel is very odd. I know that it is definitely blacklisted. That's why I really don't go live on this channel. My other channel, if you just click on my name that's in this chat, SoFire, that is my other channel that I normally go live on. I have not gone live. It's been, what, like 2 months, y'all? I've been so hyper-focused on starting my new garden beds, getting them built, getting everything weeded, getting everything taken care of. I built Phoenix his own bed for his own, because he likes leafy greens. We already started those. I got all my leafy greens, anything that is cold weather tolerant already in the ground. But yeah, I'll be doing some gardening stuff, some gardening videos once like the weather is more. Tomorrow night we're supposed to have our last cold night, which is gonna be like go down to 38 degrees, which is terrible. I'm gonna have to go out and put frost cloths on my tomatoes and shit. But anyway, this is we're focusing on Kiely and these flight paths, because whoa. All right, so we got this flight taking off at approximately, what did I say? Almost 1 o'clock. So 12:51 to 2:12 p.m. is how long this flight lasts. And the cool thing about this is you can click the flight and you can change, you can stop it, you can go 1 times, 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 40 times. I have not clicked 40 times yet, because I can imagine. And then over here, I just have the labels on, and then I also have to isolate just this flight. If you go through, you can click on, and this is what's pretty amazing. I'm going to zoom out just for 1 second, just to explain this website to y'all, if anybody goes and clicks the link. So you can start out with this day, but then you can also go through, here is, hold on. Here is all of this, and this is just this N974HP. So this is all of its flights that it took on August 7th, which it focused in this in the Gateway community, down into Lincoln, Roseville. But these are multiple flights. I have legs on all. If you see, there's this one flight here, which is South Tahoe. Second flight is also South Tahoe. Third flight is just them flying from Tahoe back into their airport in Auburn. Fourth flight is probably another search, because there was another person missing in this area. Not Dante, it was another dude that was missing. Getting a laptop Friday. Well, that's cool, because I'm going to go live tomorrow night. And then Saturday I'm going to go live, and I might have a special guest with me, so we'll see. And then here is Flight 7, which they go from Auburn to the Tahoe region, which is crazy because this is... Isn't this where that, what the hell was her name? Anderson. What was her name? Because I remember here's Hellhole. Anyway. I wonder if this is when they were looking for her, because she went missing, and then they found her car, and then they found her remains like a year later, which is crazy because it was the same place that they searched. But anyway. And then leg 8 is when they go into from Olympic Valley into Truckee. Leg 9 is them going into the airport, which is irrelevant. But anyway, yeah. So that's the 7th. So they did a small flight. Nothing of relevance, in my opinion. And then on the 8th, the same N974HP checked Prosser yet again. Right there you can see. Which is... If y'all got a... Yeah, Christine. Thank you, Jade. If y'all got a better word for extensive, because I don't think anybody realizes how extensive this search and rescue effort was for Kiely Rodni. Like, the amount of aircraft alone, I'm not talking divers, I'm not talking swimmers, I'm not talking ROVs, I'm talking just aircraft alone. If they did not see a car in the water between August 6th and August, I'm still trying to figure out if it's the 16th or the 17th, the last day they actually took a flight during the search. Because then I know they go back the 19th just briefly. But that was a private flight, which is weird. And where it goes is also weird. And then they don't show back up until she was found by AWP. Okay, so this is the 8th. Whoa. The 9th, they checked Union Valley Reservoir extensively. And they also checked Prosser again. Holy shit. See, and this is what really bothers me. Okay, is they gave me 4 minutes of footage. 4 different sections of it. And this flight, I want to see how long this flight is, because this is the one I want to call them out on their bullshit right here. All right, let's go back to where they take off at the airport, because I want to see how long this flight actually is. I want to say it's over an hour. All right. Holy shit, y'all. 1404, that's 204. 1404, wait, so they started at 1404, then they came back at 2118. Y'all, that's a lot of hours. That's a lot of hours. That's 7 hours. That's 7 hours of flights just between this takeoff, which you can see the helicopter here, and the landing at 2118. And then they take off again at 2307. And this is all on August 9th. So the second flight doesn't matter. It's the first one that does. 7 hours. 7 hours just on the 9th. Of searching what? Prosser? Yep. That's insane. Yeah, I have not been on. But that's the thing is, you would think if they saw the car in the water, one, they would have pulled it out before AWP found it, or 2, that they would have been like, we found a car. Right? Yeah, they really did. Like, there has to be a better word for the word extensive. Because this is just absolutely insane. This is August 9th. So this is third day in. Third day in. All right. Let's see where else they go. Okay, this is the 10th. Where the hell did they go? What is this, hellhole? No, it's that Union Valley. Okay, this is the 11th. Oh, look. Here's the 11th. Extensively searched. From Tahoe to Lake Donner. Or Donner Lake, whatever you want to call it. That's insane, too. The 12th. Again, where they didn't cover, they made sure they covered. This isn't, and this is one helicopter. Nobody understands how many helicopters actually got sent up. Hold on, let me find that file again. I'll tell you right now. See, this is just one flight as well. I need to document how many. Okay, we got 1, 2. It's the same flight. It's the same. So CHP used 3 different helicopters, and Washoe County also used their own copters. And I don't know what this N57B is. I don't know if that's Civil Air Patrol, but it's beyond extensive. That's the 12th. This is just this helicopter. The 13th, they searched Yuba. Wonder if this is when they were looking for the Yuba City couple. One where they were found. When were they found? The 11th? I can't remember. I can't remember. 14th. Amador. 15th. They went over Donner again. 16th. Yuba, Grass Valley, and clear down to Sacramento. 17th, they just went from Auburn to Sacramento. 18th, they did nothing. 19th, they did nothing. That's crazy. So technically, the last flight that this N974HP did was on August 15th. 18th, nothing. 19th, nothing. 20th, nothing. 21st, here we go. They didn't even go to Prosser. They didn't even go to Prosser. This N974HP didn't even go to Prosser on the 21st. Strange. Did they use this on the 23rd to document anything? Nope. How about the 24th? Nope. 25th? When did they start their CHP report? Says U.S. Army, huh? Oh, so that's the one where they did the, was it the National Guard came in or whatever? That's Auburn. I just want to see when they came in and did this, well, they didn't use the N974HP to do the CHP report. Wow, they didn't use it for almost a whole month. Wow. I'm just checking to see when they actually go back to Prosser to, nope. This is 9/28 and still. I wonder if they used the N911WL to do the CHP report then. When did they finalize the CHP report? Was it October or November? Let's go clear up to November and see. Whoa. Fresno. That's not it. Fresno. I want to know what helicopter they used. It has to be the N911WL. Hi, Jazz. How you doing, honey? Outdoorsy. It's good to see you. I see a vapor in the chat. All right, so I don't know when they use this. All right, so let's go back to August 6th. And then I'm just going to play through this flight so you guys get an idea. And then what I'm going to do is turn follow on. Holy shit. All right, which flight is it? Wait a minute. On August 6th, they were searching in Colfax. Huh. Isn't this right around where Dante went? Isn't this where Dante went to school and up here where he went missing? Where's that gold run? Isn't that gold run like... Because there's Colfax. Isn't that gold run like somewhere here? And what's crazy is you're going to notice that the BLM, the Bureau of Land Management, has a whole lot of property around all these searches. It's just something that I've noticed. Anyway, all right, let's do this. What did I say? It was leg, this one right here. Okay. So let's start. I'm going to click on this flight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it in 5 times so that it's not taking 10 years. And I'm going to click follow. That way you guys can get an idea of the flight with this N974 HP from California Highway Patrol. This is August 6th at 12:52 p.m. They're going up the I-80 corridor right now. And then I'll slow it down once we get in to the Truckee region. That way you guys can get an idea of just this. This search isn't the one that absolutely blew my mind. It's the N911WL, which I want to show you guys the details on the aircraft and its capabilities. I'll read all that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. We're trucking along. We are coming out of the Auburn area. I'll zoom out for now. Going over Kings Hill. If I'm not mistaken, this is the area where that one dude went missing to. All right. So this is all Bureau of Land Management right here. These flight paths are super, super important. That's why I'm so adamant on getting the actual video recordings. And then what I'm noticing about these flight paths is you'll notice the areas where it has black and yellow dashes. I am almost certain that's where their systems did not record anything. Because if you notice down here, where they're not speed, which, to give you an idea, if they're going anywhere between like 40 and 60 knots, they're going anywhere between 58 and 70 miles per hour. They're currently at 5,300 feet and climbing. This is going a little bit slower than I want it to, so I'll go 10 times. We're coming up on Whiskey Hill, North Fork American Wild and Scenic River. Oh, before I do this, let me stop this. Let me see if I can change the layers to see if we can't get, what's this, a NOAA radar? No. I was hoping to see... What's this? Nope, that ain't it. All right, open street maps. That's not helping. That's not helping. All right, let me try NextRad NOAA. I don't think this is going to help any, but okay. Can I close these layers? All right, let me go back to here to follow, and we'll go 5 times. Oh, this is so slow. I know I was trying to get satellite on. There is no satellite view. The N911WL is the next one we're going to look at because I was honestly shocked with what areas they actually flew over. Like Coldstream Road or Coldstream Canyon, Lost Trail Lodge, how much they hyper-focused on the railroad tracks. Okay, so we're going past Devil's Peak here. Devil's Peak's right here. Here is Serene Lakes, Palisades Peak. Let's keep going. Uh-oh. And I'll make it follow it. And then once we get into this area, I'll slow it down so you guys can get an idea of... Alright, so we're coming to the Donner Pass Road here. Here's Donner Pass Road. And here is I-80. Here's Lake Angela. Signal Hill. George Stewart Peak. Lake Mary. This is going to be a very slow helicopter ride. I'm going to try to request any type of flights, whether it's drone, helicopter, airplane, whatever. I just got to get my ducks in a row to get... I have no idea, Jess. What I do know is I keep putting in FOIA requests from CHP for these flights, and they keep sending me the same exact shit that has nothing to do with what I'm asking for. So I'm just going to have to detail it, give them the date, the time, the actual information on this flight. Now that I have more than just the tail number, I have the hex number, so they can't deny that this flight exists. All right, so now we are now coming over Donner Lake. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to zoom in. Here's Donner Pass Road right here. Here's Donner Lake Road that comes off of I-80. I-80 is the pink highway. Move it up this way a little bit, and then I'm going to let it follow it. And it's crazy because I can remember like where all the searchers searched. It's insane to me how much they doubled back, tripled back, quadrupled back. Like, it's insane to me. Just within the first 48 to 72 hours, how they looked in the spot that AWP found her so many times. Yet, nothing. BoobTube, what you doing? Alana, it's good to see you, honey. All right, we're just getting ready to pass over I-80, which is the Allen S. Hart Freeway. There's Donner Pass Road, and at the bottom of your screen is Donner Lake. Bucknam Tract Conservation Easement. There's Ski Slope Way. And then this right here is a big power line it goes through. Power lines that go through. And here we're flying over, like the Tahoe Donner Golf Course area and all those really expensive houses. If I'm not mistaken, isn't this the area that, Podesta lives in? Don't he, like, live up in here somewhere? I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it's up in here somewhere, though. Alright, let's follow this helicopter. Off to your right-hand side is Alder Hill. We're currently approaching Alder Hill. We are at 6,800 feet, going 113 knots, which is probably like 130 mile an hour. This is flight path 1. just this flight path alone and how much they looked for Kiely is insane to me. So here you have 89 that goes north up to Prosser's right here. And this is the Prosser Lake View Estates that overlooks Prosser Point. And then I'm just going to zoom in so you guys see the detail in where the fuck this first flight. And if anybody wants to keep count on these flights, of how many, I'm really interested in where all these X's meet too. Okay, we are approaching pass number 1. I'm going to pause this right here. Pass number 1 is at 2016. Well, technically, oh, come on. So you won't tell me what time this is? That's crazy. I need this timestamp here, dude. What? Okay, so this is strange. They stopped recording from this point because if I go to click here, it's not recording. Ain't that strange? And then it starts. All right, so I need to write this stuff down. I don't have any freaking lights. I gave my son my overhead light, and I don't want to turn the big light on. So just give me 1 second. Let me. Oh my god, I have so much happening all at once. I don't feed trolls. I don't have time for the bullshit. I need a small composition book. I don't need any of these big ones. Give me a small one. Yeah, give me the small one right here. All right, so let's start documenting flight paths and what time frames I need this. All right, right there. Start on a blank page. All right, give me a pen. Not that one. I need just a regular damn pen. I don't need to give my son all my good pens. Oop, sorry. All right, we'll write in red. So this is August 6th. This is flight N7. N74HP. And I need to convert this Z time. 2016 would make it 20 is noon, right? No. 2016 in military time. Wait, what? This is a nighttime flight. This is 8. Yeah, this is a night flight. 20 would be 8 p.m., right? Which converts to, because this is, you have to understand, this is Z time, which is that US whatever flight time that they use. So it's 1 p.m. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Yeah, that converts. So it'd be 1:16 p.m. That's what I need. I need to compare stuff to see what they gave me and what I need. So that's 1:16:48 PST. All right. Let's continue. I'm going to just play this on 1. So there's 1 pass. And if you notice where they focus on, it's crazy that these passes here are where campgrounds 4 and 5 are, which is where the FBI went. Crazy, right? What's also crazy is that camera footage, how at that 1:47 a.m., how it looks like 2 cars collide. What's also crazy is the path that Zaname took on her little backwards kayak. is also a flight path that was taken. And she could easily access, being she was in the Air National Guard, she could easily access all this flight information to know where to go look. See, there's the campground. All right, let's follow this flight. Let's see where it all goes. Yeah, because she came in the water right about here, kayaked this way, and then all of a sudden appeared over here. Exactly, Jade. No, they didn't give me any of this flight. They only gave me August 9th flight. I think it's August 9th. And there's another one. I think it's from like the 23rd, but it's odd that there's nothing showing on the flight thingy. Yep, right up Prosser's poop chute. Sure did. Like, you're not telling me they didn't search extensively for this girl. And then, on top of it, you have to understand, this is the same night that after they stopped looking for Kiely is when Mom, Lindsay, made her Facebook post that the search is off. And I don't think people took it in the context in which she put it out. I think she is just saying, like, day one search is done. Their search is done for the day. Look how many times they go over that campsite. Don't be fooled, though, because they check Sanctuary, too. It's insane to me how many passes over. Because this, you guys have to understand. Let me stop this. Right here, if you look at 147, from the August 5th going into August 6th fire cam footage, right here where all these flyovers are, is that region, 1:47 a.m., where 2 cars have impact. I don't know. I really don't know. Would love for an authority to look at it. All right, let's go one time. What's this? Oh, replay. What I really want to do is put this in Google Earth to see if we can't look at this. And actually, let me try doing that. Let me stop this, just to give you guys an idea of how extensive they searched Prosser on day one. Very extensive. Very, very extensive. I'm gonna minimize that. All right, let me open. Uh-oh. Why is my... Okay. Google Earth. It's been so long since I've used my computer. Here's the terrible thing is, I specifically bought a laptop to do all, like, my work and stuff, and I have not used my laptop since right after Christmas. All right, let's get this open. Now, let me see. Okay, there's flight. Okay, let me rename this, because this is flight 2. This is not flight 1. So my video where I say that N911WL is flight 1 is not. They do check Prosser first. All right, so let's start. I gotta find a way that I can... Okay, new paths. August 6th. Let me try to open this one first. Let me open this in temporary places and whoa, see what happens. Oh man, it's glitching. It's glitching my shit out. All right, what do we got here? Whoa, what do we got here? Did it? Oh, did it? Holy shit, it did. Oh, dude. And it has the altitudes on it. Do you see these altitudes? Oh, man, this is incredible, actually. Dude, this is going to make it so easy for me to convert this over to... So then what I'm going to have to do is drop pinpoints. But this will just give you an idea. Let me make this full screen. Let me tilt this upwards. this gives you a real idea. I wish I could play this, but I can't. There's nothing to play. Wonder if I can. Hold on, me. No, there's nothing to play. Damn it. What is this? Nope, it won't let. Oh, what'd I do? Oh, will it let me? Oh, y'all. Dude, is it actually gonna play it? Oh, what's it doing? What's it doing? Is it doing anything? Is it moving? Do we see anything? Play. Oh, shoot. It's going backwards, though. Why is it going backwards? Why is it playing it backwards? Play it the other way. Yo. Why is it doing this? All right, nope, that ain't it. All right, so I can't do it in there. I will make another video with an actual flight of that. That's really cool, though, that it converted it over like that. Gives you a 3D look. All right, where were we at? Play it 1 time. There it is. There we go. All right, I'm going to zoom back in. And I'm just going to let this play through. Don't worry, I'm going to be live for at least another hour, because when you guys realize how long, how long the second flight is, I'm going to start playing this in 5 times speed. Because I am usually in bed by midnight every night. What up, ranch boss? What you doing, girl? How's farm life going? There's a second pass. All right, so that's 2 direct passes over. And now we're gonna go up to Hobart Mills, I think. Oh, not yet, not yet. Too early. I hate that I'm craving a cigarette right now. Maybe I'll smoke some green instead. I hate when I crave a cigarette because I really do not like smoking at all. Here we go. Guess where we're going? There's Hobart Mills right there. Don't worry, we're going to come back up through. I feel you, boob tube. I really do. I'm normally laying down with Phoenix. Like, that's truly the main reason why I have not been going live is because I lay down within the hour of Phoenix laying down. Oh, now we're going over Sanctuary. All right, let me stop that. Let me play that back. Where did we come in from? Right here. Okay, I'm going to play this in real time. 60 knots, so they're going about 80 miles an hour. Let's see if they slow down any. This is just insane to me. How extensively they searched for her. See, now they're going up that little side road. That little back road that they all pretend like they don't drive up. Sanctuary is off to your left-hand side. And they were like, oh, we're going to double check that. Let's loop back around through. So they do. I don't know where not one damn lighter is in this house. I'm going to have to use my candle lighter. I have thoroughly, don't take offense to this, any of my viewers, any of my friends, I have thoroughly been enjoying life disconnected from the internet. Been loving the shit out of it. The only time I feel like I'm suffering from any form of like anxiety or any type of I can't even say unwanted emotions because they're, I mean, it's a part of it is when my son gets behind the wheel and we go practice driving. Man, do I get real nervous for my car. It's okay. He's doing really well, though. And then we're shooting back up Prosser Lake Road. I know you completely get it, BoobTube. I know you do. And then my dumbass the other day put my phone in do not disturb because I kept getting all these notifications from YouTube for some reason. Like, I never get notifications, but for some reason. And it kept waking me up. It was like 11, 12 o'clock at night. So my ass put it in, am I in Tennessee? No. I put my phone in do not disturb. And then I couldn't find my phone. It was a little over a day. I couldn't find my phone. But thankfully, my phone, when I finally found it, was still at 80%. No, I'm not in Tennessee, though. I'm in Pennsylvania. See, and then I remember that couple, because it's documented too, where they searched along, I think that's Alder Creek right there. You know, I've been spending a lot of my time gardening, hanging out with Phoenix. I don't know, just enjoying real life away from the internet. Being an outsider most of the time when I do visit YouTube and looking back in, like, I realize how toxic YouTube really is. Boob tube, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a real good one. Absolutely. I think Kiely, Rodni, Trinity Backus, Michael Shane Younger, Daniel Gallardo Jr. I think all of those people deserve truth, transparency, proper investigations, and justice to come for them. Michael Younger's case out of San Francisco, I think, is where he was from. He was an artist. His case reminds me a lot of Ellen Greenberger from here in Pennsylvania. Them trying to say she stabbed herself 20-some times and that she did it to herself. His case is the same way. They're claiming that this man stabbed himself 18 times. Somehow stabbed himself 10 times through his damn ribs. Your body, after penetrating your ribs and hitting your lung, would go into such shock you would not be able to stab yourself again, let alone 10 times. And the problem is, it's not that they don't have proper training. It's not that they don't have proper technology, because the Cal OES system, when old Gavin Newsom says that their technology is top tier, he's not lying when he says that. Can't stand him either, but he's not lying. Oh, ooh. Dang, y'all. This is insane. They really focused on that campground, though, huh? Very first flight. Very first flight. Just afternoon. We are now at, what time is it? Yeah, we're just afternoon. I think that converts to 1:30 p.m., something like that. It's either 1:30 or 2:30 p.m. Sometime early afternoon. Damn, they're even checking Prosser Dam Road. Because if you think about all these pictures of not Kiely at this party, there's not one picture of her. Like, these officers are they're doing their job. They're searching for this missing teen. And you have to understand, like, everywhere that they're searching, they are basing off of her phone data, what her mom is saying, what her stepdad is saying, what her dad is saying, what these teens and not so friends are saying at this party. They're taking and gathering all this information and compiling it together as a unified command center of where they need to search. So they're going to search the last place that anybody saw her. So you got old Sammy Smith saying that they was partying it up in this crazy part of the woods. You got Ronnie Jones saying she's coming back and forth between the campground and wherever else, and his cousins are just watching her be all fucked up when her autopsy says completely different. They're looking based upon all the information that they were given, and they are. They're looking exactly where they should be. Her last known location. All right, let's continue. It's just insane to me. Remember, this was my very first thing I ever said. Was something went down at this campground right here. Right here. Right here is where I think something happened. Right here is where I think something happened. I think this is why the FBI showed up, to help them, show them how to make shit disappear. Yeah. I also noticed they don't focus too much on Lakeside. Between all these flights that I've looked at, they don't focus too much on the sanctuary either. But they sure do be looking in that fucking water, huh? Circles do it, and you think this one circles on circles. It just gets worse and worse and worse, but at the same time, better and better and better. Like, this is insane to me. Now they're going back up towards Hobart Mills, where she would have entered and exited. Like, they're doing what they should be doing. This is exactly what law enforcement should be doing. Sam Brown was not lying when he says this was checked extensively. And at first, all of their searches they were doing with their divers and their swimmers and the peoples on boats and ROVs and all of these things, he wasn't lying when he said, at first, they were looking for the smallest things like a phone. Not just a body, not a car, but an actual cell phone. Something that small. That's what these aircraft are focusing on. These were these divers, these swimmers, the ROV. And it's just crazy to me that there's still no mention of a phone, which if this was just an accident, and this child drunkenly, and based on the autopsy, it's a lie. If this was an accident, her phone would be on her person. If she last texted her mom, which there's still no proof. There is no proof that that was Kiely Rodni on the other end of that phone texting her mom. Trying to buy more time while it's documented on fire cam footage that these kids all panicked because something happened that night. Something. But with all the evidence that's there, it proves over and over and over again. Kiely Rodni had not enough alcohol, not enough drugs in her system to render her so fucked up that a lake that she frequents, that she would just make all these wrong fucking turns and drive, beeline it straight down that after they tried to tell us that it's possible she was driving along the shoreline. Even SF tried to tell us she was driving along the shoreline and cut off the edge of that and went in the water there. But then I think the more they looked at the fire cam, they had to to make us believe what we were saying, which I'm sorry, I don't care which way you try to sell it to me. You can't prove to me that that's a car going in the water. You can't. Cannot. And if that is a car going in the water, somebody put it there. You too, Snaggy. It hid from law enforcement sonar, but the fish finder had better equipment. Exactly that. You are telling me that they're literal search boats. If you watch any of KCRA's news, which that's the only news channel that I actually ingest. I don't watch any other mainstream media but KCRA. I'm going to tell you why. If you have paid attention over the past whatever years, I know there's a lot of locals that do come and chat. Thank you for being here. Some people that aren't even local anymore because they're like, fuck this area. I can't live in this area. I gotta go. I gotta move out. I gotta get away from this fucking corruption. If you watch when they start their searches on people, they always find, they almost always find these bodies in the body of water in which they were last seen. They find them. Because they have such advanced equipment. What their helicopters can't see, those boats that they have, if you look at the technology that's on those boats, you are not telling me that the technology, and it's not even like just Placer County. It's not just Nevada County. It's not just Washoe County. 44 agencies. 44. It's technically 43 because they duplicate one agency twice on there, which is, I don't know, just the way they do their reporting. Whoever writes their reporting, that's what drives me nuts. Because with how much fault is in their information, like, that's what makes red flags for me. Is you're telling me that these professional people, you ever see their reporting on stuff? You ever read what they give to the news to put out for us to believe? And like, the more I pay attention to like their news, I can see their propaganda in it. I can see that whoever has told them whatever, and it takes away from the truth of a lot of matters. However, when you pay attention to their search, the technologies that they use, how oftentimes it's very quickly that they find people with these aircraft, helicopters, boats, their search and rescue, which a lot of tax dollars goes into. No, my pit bull passed away, honey. She had 2 seizures back to back and her heart failed. She was just the puppy. I miss her so much. I can't wait to put her statue out in the garden, though. I bought a statue, and I painted it. Yeah, focus. When I see the amount, and like, the word extensive just does not, it doesn't cut it. And I understand why law enforcement said what they said. And they're like, what more do you, like, literally, what more do you want us to do? We have searched land, air, water, woods. And what we can tell you is she's not in that water. Multiple agencies have looked. She's not there. Like, don't you think? And that's what I'm hoping, like, part of me is hoping maybe they just missed it. And that's why I think I am so focused on the flights. I'm not focusing on these flights to put down this law enforcement, because they did their jobs. Somewhere along the line, there is corruption. There definitely is corruption. However, once I get all of these flights put together, and I think people see the reality of the scope of this search, and then I can't help but to chuckle that there's still people in my comments that say shit like Kiely Rodni's fake, and it's like, you're just, I know people hate this word, and I most of the time hate this word, but you're fucking retarded, okay? If you think that this child is fake, all you have to do is look at a birth certificate. All you have to do is go look through heritage things. They're not falsely putting that information in there. You're not telling me that they spent time to make videos of this little girl singing and playing a fucking violin, playing a fucking guitar, playing a fucking piano, that her friends have all these different pictures with her. Simply because at 14, 15, 16 years old, a girl is going to try to use any application she can to take the braces off of her teeth and fuck her teeth up. And that's what that is. That's just really bad program that took her braces off of her teeth, is all it is. That's like, I mean, that's when AI just started getting, I mean, it still kind of sucks. It still makes 6 fingers on shit. That's one thing I can't get down with is people that still think that Kiely Rodni is fake. Like, sucks to be you. That's all I can say. It's all I can say. They're not going to spend millions of dollars on a search effort like this. They're just not. Exactly, BoobTube. No, Snaggy, that's incorrect. I have pictures of divers in the water. Multiple different agencies in that water. In their scuba gear. Literally looking down in the water. No. No. I don't think anybody grasps the scope that there weren't just agencies in the water. You had people from all over coming to this area, putting their kayaks, their boats, their paddle boards, their little fucking windsail ass things in this water looking for this girl. There were locals that were diving in this water. Like, there were people in this water looking for this little girl. There were locals that dove right off the point of that to go in the water. They should have hit her car when they dove into that water. You see what I'm saying? Somebody put this car and this child in this water. She died before she ever entered that water. That's why there's no water in her lungs. And something happened between the time she died and the time she was put in that water that medically and scientifically caused either one, a coroner to lie, which I don't think that's what he did. Or it's almost like, I don't know. Medically, the only explanation that I can give for all the underweight organs is that she wasn't kept refrigerated, I'll just say that much. It sounds to me like, in a panic, knowing damn well the extent of the search, somebody, And I don't know if it was an FBI agent. I don't know if it's somebody that has ties to the FBI. I don't know if it's people that have money that were watching this search and paying very close attention, because I don't know if they have authority over them in the unified command. It's almost like somebody knew when they stopped searching this water for her and put her in there. And I just really wish, and this is why I watch these flights and the fire cams and whatever I can, because I just want the explanation of how she got in the water. I hear that, Jade. So everybody wants me to go there, and for as much as I want to, no. I don't think I would ever leave. And not because I didn't want to, you know? I might wind up on some railroad tracks, or with 18 stab wounds, or in a lake, or in a reservoir, you know? I don't trust them people. All right, I think they're done now. I think this flight's done. I don't trust them people. When they tell you that they put 19,000 hours in between all these agencies, yeah, I see it. I see it now. Was this one? This one was what, a 2-hour flight? Is that what we... Oh, look, we get to see weather? Huh. That's the weather for the day? What is that? I don't know what I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what I have marked on these layers. What I have. Yeah, I'm going to assume... Next ride, is that... That's weather, right? I wonder if that's weather now or then. Alright, this is the one y'all are just gonna be... Y'all ready to be fucking... Okay. So you know how in any investigation... And I'm not expecting the documentation from, like, a body cam... Or it would be nice to have some form of confirmation of, like, you need to look at all the places, including her home. You feel me? Okay, so we're not going to watch them fly back to the airport. I'm going to stop that one. And just so anybody knows, one, I've recorded the entirety in MP4 format. I've recorded both of these flights because they're not documented. 2, I've archived them on the Wayback Machine. And 3, I'm doing a live on it because I think that it's important for people to understand the technology, the manpower, how much they, like, in a even weak time period. And, like, they just got to the point where, like, they kind of give up because there was no stone left unturned. Isn't that what you said, Angela and Sam? Right? No stone left unturned. And they just seem really confident that there was no car in the water. And I would just love to see all of their helicopter, every pass that they go over that area of the water. I would love to prove that, like, she either is or isn't in the water. That's all for me, you know? And by law, through FOIA, they have to give that documentation. So that's why I'm sitting through all of these flights that they didn't want anybody to look at, which is really strange. Like, it's really strange. And I don't think it's necessarily local law enforcement so much as it could be something like SAC FBI that, I don't know. Doesn't want us looking at these, and I don't, it's weird. This is crazy, y'all. Y'all ready? I don't think you're ready for this. Okay. So just to prove what I'm saying, this is that flight that I, like, BoobTube, myself, and another person. We're all trying to put our noggins together because we could all, I think Jade was part, like, there were so many people that were even in chats and on my little baby non-monetized channel. We were all trying to remember this flight. And all I could remember about this flight, that for whatever reason, they put a little spook in the 22-cent boys to take this down. It's just strange to me. Like, I would love to know who the people were behind and who the people are that are behind, that are always attacking people that lawfully we're allowed to look at this shit. Per the FAA, per the FBI, per the police. There's no reason why we can't. So we are. This is what blew my fucking mind. Anyway, so I vaguely remember the flight coming in. I remember it making a pass here and doing a couple circles here and then shooting straight up 89 and making, I mean, even BoobTube remembers how it makes this sharp turn here and it goes to Boca. And for whatever reason, like, they don't want you to find these flight paths, and it's why wouldn't you? Like, you would want people to look at these and be like, look, here is the work that we did. Here are the 19,000 man hours. The hours of flight, each individual flight. This flight is 4 fucking hours long, y'all. 4 hours, this flight right here, okay? But it's just, it's crazy that the only snippet, here, I'll show you, the only snippet of the flight that we could remember is it coming into here and doing some circling. I thought it was just a few. BoobTube thought it was just a few. Damn, were we way off on that one. It's just, it's this flight here, y'all. I know you're probably just like, fucking play it, let's get it. But this is what we had documented, was like right here. And what we didn't realize. This part is just... So I'm going to talk a lot while we go through this because this is just a lot, y'all. They look at her home. They look at all, like... This is beyond extensive. This is mind-blowing. Like, I kind of want to clap for the person that is flying this fucking helicopter. What's insane to me is the people beyond this person. And if anybody out there knows any of these pilots that would like to discuss their flights in search for Kiely Rodni, I would love for them to reach out to me privately through emails, fine. This is just, y'all ready? Okay. So all these flights are going to take off from Auburn. I'm just going to zoom out just to show y'all I ain't joshing you. We're going to come to Auburn. 1811, which is, it's like, ain't that like, $18 would make it 6. Hold on, I gotta do something. That would be PM. We gotta do some, and it's ridiculous. Like, how we gotta convert all this shit and do all this shit. Okay, so this flight, man, BoobTube, we were missing literally like over an hour. Like closer to 2 hours. Okay, so this flight starts at 11. Is that what I just came up with? 6 p.m. converted to from Z, which is Zulu time. Or a lot of times they'll convert from like Universal or Zulu time. I think they're both the same, if I'm not mistaken. But then I gotta take the Zulu time and I gotta convert it to PST, PDT, whatever you want to call it, Pacific time. So this flight started at, oh my God, 11:11. I'm not even joking right now. 6 p.m. converted to is 11 a.m. 11:11. 11:11:22. I fucking hate this. 11:11:22 a.m. is when this N911WL starts. I gotta write this down too. Actually, no, because I need the other time. So I'm gonna zoom out. The flight starts at 11:11. Dude, this is a 2.5 hour flight. Just this. Sheesh. All right, so I'm gonna skip leaving the airport, and I'm gonna. Oops, it's inbound. It goes over. See, here we go. I'll just start right here. North Fork American River. Start at 1 times, and I'm just gonna do a follow on it, and I'm just gonna chat with y'all while this plays. What do you need to Google? I don't know about that, Snaggy. I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, it is. That's where it's from, yeah. That's where it's from. I don't know about that. And it's nothing against CNY. I absolutely fucking adore that girl. I love the way she keeps it fucking real. She says what she thinks, and not 100% of what I agree with, but I absolutely love the way she presents shit on her channel. And she speaks her piece on the shit. Get it, girl? Is Anna Bean here? Oh, shit. Anna Bean. What you doing, girl? I miss y'all so much. I am so sorry. I see a Miranda. What you doing? All right, so now we're coming up on Yankee Gyms. Man, you got Yankee Gyms Road. You got Yankee Gyms area. All right, let's go a little faster on this flight. This shit's taking a little. Let's go a little faster here. Why are they doing this weird? Do you see this? I gotta see if that's a mountain range in there or something. They doing a little. Woo woo. They did a little. They had some fun there. Oh, ask away. Ask away, Snaggy. Comment what you want. Look, I want my channel to be a place where even if we don't agree, and there's a lot of people in my chat that don't agree with some of the things that I say, and I just try to present to people why I say the things that I do, what information that I find that makes me say the shit that I do and ask the questions that I do. And I absolutely love when people come here and ask questions that either make me think or in any way that I can help somebody out. Jade. Oh, outdoorsy. I love you. It's just, there's a whole lot of corruption going on in this town. And there's really, like, the more I try to make sense of all of these cases, the more I see the corruption within it, the more that I see the bullshit. And like I said, look, I think having law enforcement, I think having search and rescue teams, I think having EMTs, nurses, doctors, shit like that is super important. But money and politics don't mix in stuff like this. And it could be as simple as somebody was involved in her death that either has money, power, influence, and something, and will do anything in their power to protect whoever. And they'll do it by any means necessary. It's one thing that I notice, even like just between like on true crime, certain channels, or like I can't watch like the Krama shit. I can't do all that. Oh my god, that Karen Reed trial, man. Everything that I've seen in her case tells me that woman didn't do it. I'm more prone to believe that that man got swung on by, I don't know, like a police battalion or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It reminds me quite a bit of like a lot of these cases that I'm fascinated with, have that corruption feel like the Murdaugh shit. Remember that shit? Oh man, could we get on with this flight? Because this flight takes forever. All right. So, remember when I said to y'all that, let me pause it right here. The area in which their transponders, that's what the word I was looking for, their transponders, for whatever reason, don't record, is in these little areas. You see where the dashes start? And then once the transponder picks up again or gets turned back on again. Did y'all notice in the last flight that I showed you that the only areas that you see these dashes and dots are like BLM owned areas? Just pay very close attention, is all I'm going to say to y'all. Pay very, very, very close attention to when the transponder stops. And that's all I'll say, is when it stops. The area in which it is not recording their altitude, their speed, anything. But you can tell when their transponder's on, where it stops, and then where it kicks on again, okay? So I'm going to do us all a solid, because I have not... Yes, BoobTube. Because you can also tell when the transponder's off is because this helicopter, you can tell that it's making a beacon between point A of it shutting off and point B of it turning back on, because see here? See how they're making this loop? And for whatever reason, I guess they're not allowed to record this region over here at Hooper Donner Memorial State Park, Southview Road, Hooper, La Plante, or whatever this is. Do we want to look to see what this area is? Because it seems like, I don't know if it can't be because of Lost Trail Lodge, because if you see over here, they record this whole time here. Maybe they're not allowed to record the railroads, maybe? No. Maybe. I don't know. We got to pay attention to that, because I feel like when the transponder turns off is super important. So we're going to pay attention to that. And now I'm going to do us a solid. I want to zoom out a tiny bit. We're going to zoom in to right about here. this flight is forever long. I am not playing it on 1 times. I've already did it once. Recording this, I am playing this at 5 times. If it hiccups, I will... Actually, no, I'm going to play it 1 time going through here. So, down to your south, you have Lost Trail Lodge. And right in here, these are the railroad tracks. If you ever watch the Donner Cam, how it always focuses on the tunnels, this is the railroad tracks and where it goes through the mountain over up here, called Donner Pass. Right? Something like that. Y'all are about to be floored with the extent of this search and flight. Which, this is the question that I have for SF. SF, if you know damn well, like, it's really strange to me, like, all of these people were so... Why are they sus of this law enforcement in this area? They're so sus of it. Like, look, how many locals searched this area? Remember? Y'all remember? From locals to people that have seats in certain committees and parts of the town happenings. How many people searched through here? How many drones were put through here? This one helicopter. Like, when we come through all this... I gotta zoom in on this, though. And then I'm gonna do us a solid, and I'm gonna get this converted over as an entire flight path. I'm gonna do it in Google Earth like I did, and we're gonna do, like, the 3D fly of this entire thing. This is gonna take me a while to do, y'all, though. And then you have to understand, like, after this weekend, like, I'm going to be doing a lot of planting too, but I will at least dedicate an hour every morning while I have my coffee as means to get my brain functioning. I will work on videos of putting these flight paths into 3D real time so people understand, like, and the thing of it is all this does is solidify, and this is why I feel they would want stuff like this to disappear, is this solidifies that they couldn't find Kiely. That Kiely was not in Prosser. 19,000 hours proves. All I want to do is see the footage. I would like to see all the flyovers. The 36 passes that we are aware of, which we're going to get a for real number on that. I'm going to FOIA I don't care if it's 50 passes. I'm going to FOIA each and every passover. I want that footage of that helicopter, airplane, whatever. I don't care if I have to go through the FAA to get it. Kiely deserves the truth. It's crazy that where this transponder turns off at. Are you seeing this, y'all? Why are they only turning it? Hey, are you seeing phone? Hold up. I gotta do something here. Let me stop this right here on all these bodies of water. I just want to see something. Look, y'all. They searched everywhere that Kiely was known to go. Where when her and her mother would have arguments about school or whatever, where Kiely would go, whether it was to a friend's house or gathering with friends, going to local little pond spots or lakes, Reno, the Bay. They're looking everywhere Kiely would have gone. They're literally tracking her every move. And I just feel like, in my opinion, that somebody's are watching these moves and telling where them to not be. You feel me? And it's just crazy to me that the one person that ran this investigation, for whatever reason, because she didn't do it before, and she didn't do it after, but she did it the entire time that all eyes were on her, she kept dropping through her Snapchat every fucking where she was, so she had a solid alibi. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. And the more I think about it, the more that criminal defense attorney makes more and more sense. That's why Sammy stopped talking. That's why Sammy stopped going on YouTube. That's why someone started speaking for her. Little liaison. Multiple of them. There were multiple liaisons. Alright, let's continue. It's crazy where this transponder turns off. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Stop. I'm just gonna... Do I have my Google Earth open? Yes, I do. Let's... Oh my! Where are we at here? Can we stop that? I don't know what this is either. Let me close that out. Oh my goodness. I have not used my computer in so long. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. This is great. Where are we at? Truckee or Auburn? Well, okay, we're at the Auburn airport. There's the other flight. I should open this other flight. Actually, let me take this flight off. Let me do us a solid. I'm going to do uncorrected stuff on this one too. I'm going to look at this flight. I just want to look at something here for a second, and then we'll go back to the actual flight since I can't make this one in motion yet. Oh my god, y'all. Like, and this is what's insane to me, okay? This is California Highway Patrol. Where is all the documentation from Truckee Police Department, Nevada County Sheriff's Office, Placer County Sheriff's Office? Where's all that at? There's so much missing. And then I think about, like, all these cases, how, like, they released, like, even that chick that faked her, remember the Cheez-It chick? What was that chick's name? The chick that faked her own fucking kidnapping and she got caught? Law enforcement's not stupid, y'all. Like, that's the thing, is these men and women are trained. Some of these people are fucking specialists in what they do. And you're telling me all we got was an angled picture of a screen, of a freeze frame, of a video that, one, was never released, and two, that girl in that picture looks an awful lot like the girl that was running the investigation. Like, why is Waldo everywhere? And it's just, like, whose idea was it? Whose idea was it? Because those are the people that need to start being held accountable. And I understand, like, I try to rationalize with people. The only thing that I can't rationalize is the whole Kiely Rodni's fake thing. I just can't. I can't. There's too much evidence that proves that otherwise. Anyway. All right, I need to see something here. This is the same exact flight. All I did was took the XML file. This is all uncorrected. It has all the points. You can see all the points where they shut off the... I'm curious about these bodies of water right here. BoobTube loves me. This is Phone Rock Lake, right? This little area right in here. Right? This is Phone Rock right here. Look, a bunch of fucking swastikas. I hate it. Dang. Boob tube. Is this area right here that phone rock lake, right? Phone rock, whatever the fuck it is, right? Yeah, it has to be. It's this area right here. This piece of water that I got right here. Like they knew. They definitely accessed Kiely's data. I think about the data that law enforcement like never addressed. Like the surveillance stuff, no video was ever put out. Very vague. Like if you think about the details of what she was wearing, like none of her friends in the first, like, I don't know, first 3 days could even tell you what she was wearing, but they were certain she took a fucking belt off. Well, what hoodie was she wearing? What shirt was she wearing, Sammy? What pants did she have on, Sammy? You can drunkenly describe to us in detail that you knew she took her belt off to pop a squat in the woods with you, but you don't remember what she was wearing. And then, oops, all of a sudden we had a 3 days later change of heart of what she was actually wearing. Like there were all these people said hi to Kiely that night. Okay. Not one of them could recollect what she was wearing. It took y'all going through, what did Sammy say? Thousands of videos and pictures and shit, which were also never shown proof of life for Kiely. Like, there is no proof of life for Kiely at all prior to August 1st. Like, there's literally the last known picture taken that could have been taken sooner than August 1st and just uploaded to Instagram by Gunner on the 1st. Like, they really... Like, they searched. And it's just insane to me, like... The locals and the people that went there to search because they were just really suspicious of the job that search and rescue's doing, that, you know, locals and people from the area decided to... I mean, how you got Zanime coming clear from fucking what? She was from San Francisco or some shit? That she stopped what she was doing to hang out with her friend with cancer or whatever the fuck, and then she decided she was taking a kayak trip or whatever. Like, she had a total change in plans. Like, all of these people. Steven Fisher stopped what he was doing to come, and, I mean, it's just crazy to me that all AWP was coming here to do was look in their big, major bodies of water based upon a 10-mile radius target area, right? Which is that, what is it called? Something, some weird-ass name. Mars is what I call it, because I can't ever say its fucking name. Like, if you think about how many people looked in all these areas, and not just these areas, like Prosser itself. And then Something happened to where they started telling people, you can't look in Prosser. We already looked here. I'd like to know who was breathing down. Was it the FBI? Was it the FBI coming in? Did someone call their FBI friends to come in and help clean up? Oh, thank you, Snaggy. I appreciate that. Like, and then looking at this on a satellite, y'all. They searched her work. They searched the high school, the unified school. They went over fucking Save Mart, over the Tesla charge place. You know, it's really strange, BoobTube. Looking at it now. They didn't go over her school. They didn't circle her school. There's her school right there. You want to know what they circled? Hey, remember Daniel Gallardo Jr., the kid that moved from, I don't remember if it was LA or San Francisco, San Diego, somewhere, Auburn, something like that. He moved from there to Reno with his cousin to work at this Rock and Rose nursery. Hey, some of the artist lofts. Oh, look at that. Hey, Sammy, you were hyper-focused on this area, too. Chatting with all your friends, remember that? Documenting where you were going. Isn't that crazy? BoobTube? Where are they focused? Let's just look at this right here. Because that... Wow. So you got... Okay, so this is the college. Well, that's crazy. They focused on Sierra College twice. X marks the spot. They hyper-focused on the artist lofts. Rock and Rose, they went over quite a bit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. They're really... They're looking in any areas that she could have went in the Truckee River, where all her friends frequented, which I'm sure she might have frequented with certain ones. Damn, bro. Do I have labels on? Labels are on. Why is it not telling me the names of these built places? This is insane. This ain't shit either. Like, this is just one... Like, look at that. This is right off of Coldstream. They didn't fuck around, man. Right? It's almost... This is insane. Like, this is absolutely insane if you think about it. How extensive. So this is where the railroad tracks, which is, Lindsay, I can't stop thinking of you, girl. And it's just insane to think how many people search this area on foot as well. I would love to take all of these, all of the flight paths. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing is, like, I don't think anybody realizes how many flights actually went out. And they tried to look in as many places based upon information that they were given or data they could get. And for anybody that thinks they didn't loop around her home, they most certainly did. There's the proof right there. This is day 2. And there's more flight paths that I still have yet to look at. This search is extensive, though, in this area. I can't wait to make these 3D. Okay, let's get back to the movements of it. All right, y'all. Just to give you an idea, that is... All right, I'm going to play this in 5 times speed. Because it's already almost 1 a.m. Oh, my God. So, it's just strange where the transponder turns off. Because... there's really no reason that they did. That is called Jackass Ridge. Are you serious? Wow. Y'all are lucky I took a nap today. The first 48 hours are the most critical. I wish I could put that comment on, but I'm on OBS and I can't pop it up. And that's the thing, BoobTube. All I want is the proof. Like, and it's not proof to badmouth them. It's proof to just find the evidence that either she was or she wasn't in the water. Like, that's simply all I'm trying to do. Oh, shit, I'm not following this. My bad. Let's go back. Let's go back to here. I'm sorry, I wasn't following. So they leave all of those little bodies of water that are to the east of Donner Lake, and now they're going up towards Sierra College is right there where it says parking. This is Ponderosa Palisades, which is, that's crazy. And then they loop down over the highway again, and then they come back over to the West River and keep flying over the Truckee River between this, I don't know what you would call that. What I do know is if you see this little dotted line that runs through right here, that is the Placer County, Nevada County lines. It's insane to me that they didn't search her fucking school. At least check the parking lot to see if her... Oh yeah, these FOIAs are definitely. Now I have solid details that I could be like, nah, just instead of having to redact this or go through that and tell me what you can or will not send me, here's the details, here's the flight number, here's the tail number, here's the hex number, here's the date, and here's the time frame. I just need that little snippet. Go ahead and send that to me. Thank you. I am going to request, I think, this whole flight and then break it down into pieces of what... Oh, see it? And this is how you can tell that they really turn their transponders off in certain areas is the helicopter actually stops. Like, it stops playing, and then you have to click past the point of the transponder turning off. It's really weird. That's what I'm thinking, Jade. I think a certain group of people have ties to very specific people that know where all the traffic cameras are at, that know all the little ins and outs of things, might even know legalities of things. Parents might be friends with the local police. I mean, local police probably had kids at this party. And based upon the Truckee Way, man, listen, y'all, if y'all have not caught their latest Tahoe Truckee T-Pud meeting, whatever the hell they're called, I highly recommend going and listening to that one, the one about the water and how they're doing stuff to clean the water. Got to get all the fucking dead bodies that have contaminated it. Gotta, If you think about how many people have just drowned alone in the Truckee River, that have drowned in Donner Lake, that have drowned it in Boca, that have drowned in Prosser. And the only thing that helps, break down the dead body particles is by opening the reservoirs and hoping that the aquifers melt and flush the river. But y'all drink and bathe in this shit. But all right, now we're following Coldstream. There's all those waters that SF put his drones up at, and for whatever reason deleted all this weird shit. And then, what I find odd about his drone footage from Prosser is how just like these transponders turning off, I notice things, Before he released that footage, he had to make sure in the really crucial areas of his drone footage, he put a flyer up over where you should have been able to see a car in the water, but because he put the fucking flyer up on the screen, you can't see none. Wouldn't he want to prove that a car was in the water? Don't you think? And that poor Trinity Backus is another case, man. Anybody with a right fucking mind that would look at her autopsy if you think about the bruising, the contusions on her body, but she lacks them on her feet. And then you think about the 3 different stories, just like Kiely's case, the change in the narrative, the families claiming people are threatening them, to the point where, Trinity's mom, left and went to Florida. And it made it seem like YouTubers were threatening, the ex-boyfriend. All we were doing was asking questions because, nobody wants to... Well, it's not even that nobody wants to. People are afraid to speak up. That's how you know corruption's going on in this town. Anyway, their last community meeting that they did, they didn't want to say the Truckee Way. What the hell did they keep calling it? The Truckee... Wasn't the Truckee message. What the hell was it? not the Truckee Objective. Oh, based upon that, they just kept saying stuff like, they don't want any surprises and shit, and all I kept thinking about was, like, everything this woman was saying was everything listed in the Truckee way, just worded differently so it sounded good, you know? And it was all about people wanting to come forward from the public and dispute whatever they're doing to the water or whatever. I think it does too, BoobTube. You mean the one where he posted the picture of her not looking very well? Like, and that's the thing is, like, nobody wants to even, like, why is there literally only 2 people that have covered the entirety of Kiely's case? And there's hundreds, if not thousands of people that have covered Kiely's case. Like, nobody wants to take a look at that picture and take a look at what Jagger posted under there. Calling out the corruption, calling out the pedophiles, calling out the sick people that know who they are. Like, that picture, no matter what, under any circumstance, it does not matter what date, what time, how, when, what, that picture should not fucking exist. There should not be a picture of Kiely Rodni looking very unwell, almost in a puppeteer fashion, in a vehicle that you can clearly see is partially submerged in water. It's the picture I won't stop talking about that I post in almost every single one of my videos. It's a black and white Polaroid, which is crazy. I would love to know how Jagger obtained. And I think that's his shred of protection. Is that picture, that Polaroid, protects him. It's crazy to me that the pictures that were released, whether she was sleepy or I don't know what Kiely does not look well in that picture. The timing in which it was released, like that was released the day after she was found in Prosser Reservoir. Whoever took part in this used a Polaroid so the metadata could not be traced. Took Polaroid pictures. Somebody took a Polaroid picture of Kiely Rodni in what looks like an SUV, partially submerged in water. Who the fuck would do that? Who? Because whoever would do that, there should be some accountability there as well. He loved her so much, but he couldn't say where that picture came from, who sent it to him. He couldn't contact, I don't know. There's changes within our system that's going on right now. Jagger, if you didn't take that picture, if you weren't there, if you weren't the person that took that picture, you need to take the name of the person that gave you that picture, or you yourself need to be investigated on why you have that fucking picture. It should not exist. And he can't pretend like he didn't put it on his Instagram. He can't pretend like he didn't call out pedophiles and corruption in the post that goes along with it. And that's what makes me sickest to my stomach. And this is just my speculation, my opinion, my theory based upon everything around this case. I think there's more than 2 Polaroid pictures. I think multiple pictures were taken of Kiely and sent to very specific people to either get them to shut the fuck up, blackmail on them, or to get them to move out of town to find honor in silence. That's just my opinion. I have no proof behind that, other than the one Polaroid that Jagger released. Because it's just crazy to me that Lindsay loved her town. Loved. Remember, y'all, we gotta back all them up. All the people standing behind her, those are the good ones. Remember? If everything is so hunky-dory, okay, you have to think about, like, this stuff. Why would she move out of a town that she loves so much? Why would she make a handbag? And I know people look at it one way. I look at it a completely different way, okay? When people use music and art as an expressionism, you should pay attention to that. She released the candle with the words, "I call bullshit." Okay? She released a handbag, and I think she was calling out the corruption. She knows. She knows. She knows. She knows. The second she decided, and I know people think it's distasteful. No, I'm glad that she did it. I am so glad that she released that handbag, because I feel the same way, Lindsay. I feel the same exact way. Unless Kiely Rodni was a fucking mermaid, she drowned on air. It's the only way. It's the only. I think she calls bullshit. I would love to know what she said when she hugged Sammy that day. I would love to know. Love to know what she said to her, what she whispered in her ear right before she kissed her on her cheek. Because I don't think that they were positive words. I don't. For something in me, just the look on her face while she's walking up, the way she puts her arms, just look at her arms. I think if those cops weren't there, she'd have choked her ass out. That's my opinion, though. So who were all the middle fingers really intended for? That's a very good question. Because the thing of it is when you look at that image in itself, okay, so you have the will of chaos. And also, if you think about that will, and you think about those kids and their parents, and what club is represented by a will anchor. So, yeah, and you got the bird. Man, I really don't know who that bird was intended for. And then I think about, and I mean, I was one of the dumb fools in the very beginning that was sussing everybody. There's a reason why Lindsay moved out of town. There's a reason why they had to find charges and file charges on charges on charges on charges and find something to make stick on Tony so he'd shut the fuck up too, right? Can't talk if you're in jail, right? Can't. He doesn't want to not raise his son, you know? That's not Sammy's video. That was Stella Baker that put that video out. And that's what people don't realize is these lookalikes around this case, these friends that look like each other, it's really easy to confuse the public. And I think that was their goal, was to cause so much confusion, put a bunch of word salads out there to keep you distracted away from the important information. Say what? Well, what's crazy to me is I remember hearing that the person that parked next to her was not a person of interest any longer, that he was questioned by the same agencies for hours and hours and hours. They didn't find him a suspect. Law enforcement even came forward and made a statement that Jagger has a solid alibi. He's no longer a suspect. But the craziest part about it is good old Sammy Smith. You didn't hear a peep from anybody in law enforcement, did you? About her being in the clear. Matter of fact, out of all them kids, she was the first to get a criminal defense lawyer. Which you would think, having the parents that she had, that the first thing they would have told her to do is shut the fuck up. Like, she should have known that, the dumb bitch. To shut the fuck up. And then the round mound didn't make it any better. And she knows that. She knows that. She knows that. But Sammy, I don't know, it's just something. She was too eager to get involved in all of it. Take the tips, filter them. Like, and it's just insane to me that when law enforcement came forward and even said, like, they're not supposed to be taking the tips, like, you're not supposed to be contacting Jagger, Sammy was still continued to be eager, to put so much extra effort. When she made it very clear that she was the last person that knew what was happening. Well, what was happening, Sammy? Michael, it's been so long. Bless you. Thank you for being here. There's just, I don't know. And the thing of it is like, all these people are like, oh, but these kids have learned. Has Sammy really? Sammy ain't learned nothing other than she's an entitled little cunt. That's what Sammy's learned. All right, let's continue. I gotta skip past. So this again here, this is where the transponder turned off and it pauses it for whatever reason. So let's go. I still have questions for Jagger. I have tons of questions for Sammy. But you know what? They don't even have to answer me anymore. But what you can do legally is put pressure on all these agencies. This flight just gets insane. All right, let's go through this flight. It's just insane to me that so many of her friends said that they weren't friends anymore. You had people that came forward and said that they were either no longer friends, that they were old friends, or that Kiely didn't really even like her. And then no offense to Mags, but what the fuck was she thinking? Either one or two things happened there. Either somebody had her come forward and lie and say she had Kiely take her to that party. And then for whatever reason, after 10 minutes, she had to go. She had to skedaddle. Either she wasn't there or she knows more as well. Dude, y'all, calm down in chat. It's okay. I don't mind him being here. Oh, yeah, and that's the thing is, like, if you watch all the stuff going on with fight clubs, and this is why I love KCRA, y'all hear about the freaking teachers. Like, teachers were setting up fight clubs for students. Like, teachers were literally having their own fight clubs. And then, like, if you think about this area, how many pedo teachers they have, like, I don't know why they want you to believe. I mean, the area is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. The nature part of it, the God part of it is gorgeous in this area. But the people that control this area, the political side of this, the monetary side of this, the corrupt side of this area is putrid. What corruption has done to this beautiful area. And they're talking about they want to fucking build more homes in this area. They want to build homes. If y'all have not watched their last meeting that they had, they want to build homes all along the fucking Truckee River. And not apartments like, and they even brought up the artist lofts. They don't want to build, they don't want to build any like multiplex housing. They want to build multi-million-dollar condos all along the Truckee River to make millions. It's a beautiful, beautiful. The Tahoe region is absolutely gorgeous. What I remember from when I was like, I think it was like 7 when we went to the Tahoe region, but we went to the Nevada side of Tahoe. Because I'm from Nevada. That, like the Red Rock Mountains, the Rocky Mountains, like, nature is beautiful. It is humans that desecrate and destroy things. And it's usually because of money and greed and power and sickness. And when you combine all of those and you have that sickness that has that power over the people in such a beautiful area to corrupt it, I don't know how anybody would want to live here. I don't care how beautiful it is. You couldn't pay me. You could not pay me to live in this area. Advise against it. This transponder keeps cutting off here on Johnson Canyon. Lulabelle Johnson. Isn't that what she called herself? I don't know, I just feel like there's a whole bunch of hidden messages that need to be connected. And, like, I can't stop thinking about what Pap said, like, with AWP. It's almost like Pap is aware of, like, the corruption that goes on in that area, and he knew all the questions to ask how she was found. In my opinion, the family is the most innocent here. They are a victim. Well, I'll say the mom and dad are victims of this area. Victimize this family. Damn it, this transponder is garbage, dude. All right, let me see where they come through here. Yep, okay. See, they skip all of, like, they turn their transponder off all at Donner Lake, which is strange, too. All right, where are we going? So now we're going past Truckee High School, and now we're over the Gateway Park, Gateway area. Over Safeway. Hold on, we're over Safeway, the Tesla charge station. I remember a person searching up in here. I remember on the search map, somebody searched up in this area. Now they're going across past the high school football field, coming up, back up around, going back over Safeway. I wonder why Round Mound targeted that chick at Safeway. Thank you to all the people that have subscribed to my channel coming over from Uncle Will's channel. I appreciate y'all. Holy balls. All right, so now we're coming up out of the high school area. We're passing over 89 and we're going up towards... This is the part of the flight that I made the video on right here, because this is all we had. So I'm going to slow this down. I'm going to zoom out. And this is where you see Prosser Lakeview Estates. And what's strange, okay, so this is August 7th. This would have been the day after 4 locals and a roadside assistant guy saw Kiely's vehicle at Boca. And it's just really crazy to me that after they did such an extensive search from the artist lofts to the high school, which is odd that they skipped her school. I'm just going to point that out. Very odd that they skipped her school. They visited all of the known places in that little water area by Donner of where Kiely was known to go to get away. They searched all of the waterways, all of the railroad tracks, all of the trails, including JP's trail, which are also a lot of searchers that looked for Kiely. They even searched her home. And this just solidifies for me that law enforcement is paying attention to the tips they got from locals. This isn't people that traveled near and far. These are locals. Some of these locals have come forward to me. That's why I can say for certain 4 of them, 2 of which I've spoken directly to, said they specifically remember seeing Kiely's car at Boca, parked near Boca. One spotting was the west side of the campground, and the other one was right where Nick, RSA guy, came forward and said, hey, I serviced. Like, that's the thing, is like, they put more effort into making it look like he didn't work there, making the video disappear and the audio of his service call. Like, instead of law enforcement being like, we received the footage, we went over it, and we can confirm that that is not Kiely or the gentleman. Like, none of that. They made it disappear. They disappeared it. That was another flag for me. Is when you have the biggest break in the case. And I think this is why they don't want this flight path out there. Is because after they did all that extensive search, all down by the schools, all down by all the little ponds and creeks and the river, her own home, they were like, oh yeah, you remember when we got them tips out at Boca? Let's go peep that out. And I thank God, and I thank these men and women that are on this helicopter, that this transponder, that this flight path has been found in its full entirety. Because this flight path right here solidifies documentation of people coming forward on August 7th or even the 6th that they saw Kiely Rodni's vehicle at Boca. And it solidifies more that her vehicle, or a vehicle, was put in Prosser after. It's like, in case anybody would get all the data, all of this information through a FOIA, they had to quickly put out there that it's fake news and then go and retire. And it's just crazy to me. If you look at all the people that kind of fucked up a little bit around this case, what did they do? What were they able to do within that year of Kiely Rodni being found? Retired. What was it? Angela Solemn, Stephanie Frickberg, you know, the steering wheel, touching everything with her bare hands. The coroner that retired long enough for people to just leave him alone so that he could go right back, come out of retirement and go right back to his job. It's crazy, right? It's like, if they're out of sight, out of mind, people will stop talking about it. If they tell you enough of this information is fake news or that it doesn't exist, that you'll just leave it alone. And I think that's why there's certain people around certain people that target me on YouTube. I still can't decide if, what that was, to be honest, Ranch Boss. That's crazy. They turned their transponder off. Huh. Now that's strange. So, they turned their transponder off or their transponder got turned off, or something strange happened while they were crossing over Boca Road 73 over to Stampede Meadows Road, which is three things technically. Here's Hirschdale. Strange. Hey, let me pause this for a second. Let's talk about Hirschdale for a minute. So the 9th, is that why they got the idea that they're going to say that Kiely was seen here? They turned the transponder off around Hirschdale and Mars and the Boca shooting range. Yo, this is where all the spottings happened. Strange. Okay, let's continue. Go one time. And if you think about all the spottings, you think about the flight paths, like, for me, this is just my opinion, just my theory based upon what I see. I don't claim it as fact. This is just me talking. It just seems like some buddies were paying very close attention to what law enforcement was doing, where they were searching. I'll have to do that, Tammy Sue. And that's the thing. Drift away. It's good to see you. God bless you. That's the thing. Like, the older I get, and the more sick and tired I am, and I'm so glad to see mainstream media getting canceled, and little nobody reporters starting to be the voice of fucking reason and ration and reality and truth, is because I've seen so much propaganda and misinformation because these news channels are owned by these corrupt ass fucking people. Like, if you think about who and how many people and what media corporations are owned, Hollywood, like all of it. If you think about all of it, and then you think about what the news media and the propaganda that they put out, and the things that they tell you to believe, like, and you look at it, you're like, why are you, like, lying to me? Like, I remember when I was younger, when, like, news reporters and journalists, like, despite anything, told the truth. And I slowly watched corruption take over news media and control it and spin their narratives and their propaganda. And how people actually watch that shit and take it for truth. It's just, ugh. They straight up circled around Boca. All right, so what I'm going to do before I hop off here is I'm going to pause this flight. I'm going to stop this flight. I just want to see what days that this... So we went through the days. There's a lot of days that the last flight, that N974 HP or whatever the hell it's... What is it? N974 HP. We went through all of the days that they went out there. They did a lot of searching for Kiely. I'm curious about what they did. Okay, so there's Auburn. Up here's Truckee. This is August 5th, so I'm going to do it like it's so Tahoe's in there. Here's Lake Tahoe. Here is Donner Lake. Here's Prosser. Here's Boca, just to give you guys an idea. Here's Auburn, Folsom, and Sacramento's just below that. Here's Roseville. Okay. That's the 5th. 6th, there's nothing out. The 7th, that's that flight I just showed you. Oh, and by the way, I want to tell you a little bit about this N911WL. Okay, so I'm going to read this first, and then I'm going to go through all the things, and then I'm going to hop off here, okay? So, this is... The N911WL is technically owned by Placer County, but CHP and them, it's a unified command. They use each other's air units. They use different units. They use different air patrolmen. Like, they're all unified. They all work together. Okay, the Placer County Sheriff's Office provides air support services throughout the county. The air support unit's aircraft consists of the Falcon 30 and the Eagle II. The Falcon 30 is an American Eurocopter AS-350B3 A-Star, a 5-seat helicopter as configured, capable of seating 6. Powered by an 871 HP, that's a lot of horsepower, Turbo Mecha Aerial 2B1 turbine engine, Falcon 30's response speed is approximately 135 miles per hour. That's a pretty fast response speed. Service ceiling is 20,000 feet, and range is approximately 250 miles, and typical endurance can be over 3 hours. There's a training video here. I will copy the link address to that training video, should anybody want to go watch it on Vimeo. I don't know why it's putting SoFire as me being here, but whatever. Okay, the air crews. The Falcon 30 air crews are highly experienced and fly with ANVIS 9 Pinnacles night vision goggles during night operations. It includes external cargo, long line, marijuana eradication, search and rescue hoist operations day or night, short haul, and they receive specialized rescue training and conduct law enforcement patrol. They also do water rescue. Positions within the unit are Chief Pilot, Line Pilot, Tactical Flight Officer, a TFO, which I remember seeing those on some of my reports. I'm glad that I just saw that. Rescue Specialist, and a Systems Operator. The systems operator has the following duties. They deploy and operate the rescue hoist and cable hook. They control the flight movements by conning the pilot during the hoist, long line, and short haul operations. They are responsible for the safety of the rescue specialist, the patient, and or other persons on the hoist cable. Operates as mission commander during rescue operations. Keeps the pilot informed of emergencies, hazards, and corrective actions during rescue operations. I wonder if they would tell you when to turn off the transponder. I don't know. Responsible for going over safety checklist before and during rescue operations. They are able to perform all duties during the night under night vision goggles, NVGs. The rescue specialist deploys from the helicopter via the rescue hoist. They do the initial patient-victim contact and assessment. They are responsible for packing or securing the patient or the victim in extraction harnesses or devices for hoisting. Relays information from the ground back to the aircrew. They are specialized training in swift water rescue. We all remember hearing about swift water and Team Hasty. High angle rescue, and rescue diving. They cross-train as system operators, okay? The Falcon 30 itself is equipped with modern avionics package that includes a glass cockpit, GPS moving map systems, high-definition day surveillance cameras, multi-channel communication systems, which are capable of communications on all allied agencies' radio systems throughout and surrounding Placer County. They have night infrared imaging camera and a high-powered spotlight. Remember when Sammy said, you take a mirror and shine a light on it? Remember that? That always stood out for me. And they do the public address system, and they have a satellite phone. It'd be real easy for them to be told, hey, we had a spotting over at Boca. You should probably go check it out, right? Yeah. And it's crazy. This bitch can hold 500-pound load and has 164 feet cable. The Falcon 30 can also sling load up to 1,660 pounds of cargo. Which means they can, you know how like when they do drops, like the big cargos that have the sling around it, the little straps all around it. 1,600 pounds of that they can, like a car, you know. The Falcon 30 is named after Sacramento police officer Bill Bean. Wait, wasn't there a Bean running for office with Newsom? A former Placer County deputy sheriff, Bill was killed in the line of duty on February 9th, 1999. Rest in peace, Bill. In a Sacramento shooting. Who shot him? Bill was a star football player for the Colfax Falcons and grew up in Placer County. His jersey number was 30. Bill was an inspiration to all who knew him. That's really cool that they gave him a shout out in here. Okay, the Falcon 30's FAA tail number is N911WL. It is also very significant. 911 is a tribute to the lives lost on September 11th. The W honors Deputy Paul Woody Woodruff, the first Placer County Sheriff's Office helicopter pilot, and one of the original members and initial chief pilot of the helicopter program. That's badass. Woody was killed. This dude was shot and killed. This dude died in it. They both died in the line of duty. Woody was killed in a civilian helicopter training accident. Training? He died during training? And he's got... Y'all. Man. That's strange. And neither one of them died of natural causes. He died in that training accident on April 10th, 2003. Rest in peace, buddy. Woody. L is in memory of Chief Warrant Officer 5, Arthur Art Laguna, who also flew as a tell me he died doing this shit, and that's it. That's it. It's like all the good ones get killed. Who also flew as a volunteer pilot for Placer County. While flying security protection for the U.S. diplomats in Iraq, Art was killed when his helicopter was shot down January 27th, 2007. Damn, dude, they all died doing what these are patriots. Woody and Art both contributed immeasurably to the Placer County Air Support Unit and will never be forgotten. What happened to their investigative team, though, for real? Falcon 30's primary purpose is to provide air support and backup for the deputies on the ground, hence the motto, protection from above. This is accomplished through responding to backup deputies, providing aerial surveillance for deputies, assistance in narcotics operations, including marijuana eradication and other emergency missions, crime scene photography or video, crime suppression, hoist rescue operations, homeland security missions, photo, video, homeland security, huh? Photo, video, and infrared surveillance, routine patrol, search and rescue missions, and sling load cargo operations. The Eagle II is a fixed-wing partner in the air support unit. It is a Piper Navajo twin capable of long-distance, high-speed travel, and the primary mission of Eagle II is the transportation of prisoners, department administration, and other county personnel within California and the western states. Eagle II has a modernized avionics glass cockpit and has provided reliable service to our agency for well over 2 decades. They just got a new helicopter, what was it, after Kiely died, too, so. All right, so what was, oh, I was going to go through these and then I'm hopping off here. Okay, so that's the 7th. That's what we just went over. This is the 8th. Yo. So they started at 1858. So that's 11 a.m. Almost noon. This is a fucking 2-hour flight. Passed over Donner. Stopped off at the airport. All right, then. Focused on Hobart Mills. All right, let's just go through this flight path real quick, then. I'll just scroll through it. I'll make a video of the actual flight paths. So they circled Hobart Mills. Wait, no, they came up. Hold on. See, this is why I want this flight path. I'm going to play this in like 5 times real quick. So they come up to Hobart Mills. They fly over it first. My bad. Well, and that's the thing is, like, if they're documenting it was in neutral, and anybody with a half a brain knows that a vehicle has to be put in neutral to be pushed into water. Like, why was the vehicle in neutral? And if it was in neutral from them pulling it out of the water, how did they get it into neutral if the car didn't start? It's underwater. Damn. They went clear up 89. I swear to God, if they go clear up to freaking... They're gonna. They're gonna. Isn't this area... That's the area with that helicopter pad on that one property, ain't it? Bro. I think this is that one private property that has a helicopter pad on it. It reminds me of the smiley face killer. How far away is Sierraville? Pretty fucking far. Okay. That's strange that they circled around this area. Hold on. Let me stop this. Oh no. Let me stop this. I want this. We gotta find this on here for a minute. I need to find something. Yeah, take me there. Take me there. Why do you circle here twice? Yeah, take me here. I'm gonna assume the reason why they circle this area is because of this pull off here. Yep. Okay. Let's go. I feel that. I feel that IYP. I don't know. I would love to know how that crease got in her hood. Because if the crease is in her hood from her fucking Hot Wheel jumping that, which is not what we see happening in the... It takes 15 seconds from that last, and like 15 seconds. That's slow. Like, they're telling us, like, this is what pisses me off, is they're telling us that she sped into the water. But if you actually look at the timestamps of the fire cam footage of the car making the wrong turn and go, it takes 15 seconds from the top of that hill till it enters water. Like, 15 seconds, that's fucking slow. It sounds like it's being, pushed or something, if that's the case. But if you watch the footage, like, you can literally watch that vehicle is turning around. You can watch the lights bounce off the other side of the fucking water. It's almost like that's why they have the timestamp of 12:33, is because somebody disposed of a phone. I think somebody pulled up, because you have that vehicle that pulls down, and then you have that other vehicle that pulls along the shoreline. It's like people are meeting up, you know, to make sure the job is done, that the phone's thrown in the water. Something just very fucking not right. Okay, so you cut the transponder off there going over Little Truckee River, and then you turn it back on this side, and then you turn it back off. But they don't go out far enough to where that helicopter pad is, so that's more out towards Sierraville. Well, no, they protected them kids, remember? It's part of the problem. And the craziest part about it is the only real kid in this situation is Kiely. Almost all the other ones were 18 and over. Like, and they claim that they have, like, all these laws that to stop kids from drinking and partying and blah, 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 underage. They have all these programs, like these crash reconstruction thingies that they take in fucking high school. Like, yet when it's their kids, they allow them to go out and have these parties. They allow all of that to happen. But if it was anybody else's kids that ain't in the cool kids group, those are the ones that would be arrested and prosecuted and shit. Dog Valley Road? Dude, they're up by fucking... This is Stampede. Oh, dude. This... Look. I'm not joking when I say if you compare the flight paths with the people that documented in the Caltopo app, like, all of these areas were searched literally by land, air, and water. And I believe them when they say they didn't see no car in this water. Because it wasn't there yet. And to be so foolish knowing you've had that many years and that many people with that many years, whether they're a diver, a law enforcement agent, a lieutenant, a fucking chief, like all these people, and y'all let these people tell you that you were incompetent or that you needed more training, rather than calling people out saying, no, we know we didn't see no car in the water. Or it would have been just so much easier for them to pull up these videos and be like, look, right there you go. Right there, see her car's in the water? Her car's in the water. On August, we'll just say August 8th, August 9th. But there's none of that. The first mention of somebody alleging, which they never even put the video out of the actual car in the water, is what, August 19th? SF? Drone footage with this flyer over it? Alright, so they see, and that's the thing, is like, if they thoroughly searched Donner, if they thoroughly searched Stampede, if they thoroughly searched all these bodies of water, why was Prosser the only body of water that locals, people that have dive training, and AWP told it was already searched, don't search there? Why didn't they tell them don't search Stampede? It was already searched. Why didn't they tell them don't search Boca? It was already searched. Why Prosser? Why? All right, we're done with Stampede. Let's go back down this way. I'm going to make this go faster. This is too slow for me right now. I'm getting tired as hell. And then it comes back down. And it loops back through Hobart Mills. Remember, people said they saw her car here. It's just strange that the flight paths and the Caltopo align with witness tips. It's crazy. Back over Prosser Lakeview Estates. There's another place that woman searched there, that person searched there. And back to the airport. Okay, let's stop. I'm going to zoom back out. That is that N911WL. That's from August 8th. Holy shit. August 9th. See, this is, okay, so this is what I want to know. Yo, this flight lasted 2 fucking hours. 19, 20. No, it didn't. It lasted 4 hours. Oh. Dude, and that's strange. Where this flight path goes is where Check It searched. See, there's that Weber Lake. Because remember, he stops recording his Cal Topo shit here, and then starts recording again here as he comes up around Weber Lake. But I think he cuts down through here, if I'm not mistaken. I could be. He's not in the country anymore. He's been down in what the hell is the name of that country that he's in? He makes update videos from time to time. Yeah, he moved out of the country. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Yeah, the Philippines, that's it. Thank you, Outdoorsy. Yeah, it's been like 2 months since he's went live. That's the last live, at least, I caught of his. He went live, not for very long, but yeah. I'm glad that he checks in every so often. Y'all, this flight's insane as shit. When do they come in? All right. Okay, so here. All right, we'll do this flight in 10 times speed because I'm getting so tired, but I want to see this in real time. So, this is the only flight from CHP that they sent me footage of. The thing that bothers me with this flight What? Why didn't they start recording till here? There's no way that they are helicopter unless this is the CHP office. No, I don't think it is. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Let me click back here. You won't let me click on you? What? Okay, well then I'll just take the... They're saying this is their starting point, which... That's a very strange starting point. Let's see where this helicopter takes off at, because I have a problem with this right here already. This is when they decided to turn the transponder on, I feel like. See, and this is when I'd start just shady business, like... Because down in here isn't down... Why would they start recording there? They had to have come from Tahoe Truckee Airport. It's just strange that that's where the transponder starts recording. Is there. Can I just want to do something real quick, if it'll let me. Where's the little man at? Where's the little man at? Where's my little man tool at? Stop. Where's the little man tool at? Why won't it let me just try to... I just want to look over this embankment. I don't understand why it won't let me... Why would the helicopter... Y'all, why would the helicopter lift off from here? Without the black box, it's impossible to know the truth. Not necessarily. You'd be shocked with how they can solve a case with phone data. You don't even need the physical phone these days. All right, let's go through this flight real quick. 10 times. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Follow it, though. Yo, you're going fast, bro. You're going really fast. Follow it. Thank you. All right. So this flight is hours long, and I literally only got 16 minutes of this flight. They go clear up 89. Where do they go to? Hobart Mills. This is past Hobart Mills. Where are they going to? Sierraville? Oh, it's making me nauseous. I'm starting to get tired. Ugh. Y'all ever get so tired you start getting nauseous? I think I need some water before bed, though. This is a weird... And then they turn the transponder off here. Why? I wonder why they turn the transponder off and then they turn it back on. Huh. They turn it off this entire time here. And then they do this weird pattern here. I think they're doing circles, but the transponder keeps cutting off and it's creating lines between missing circles. So they're searching at the Hennis Pass Road, where it connects to 89. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're doing circles, but it's cutting the circles off because the transponder's cutting out for whatever reason. And then it cuts out here again, and then it cuts out the whole length of this. And then they come back down south, pass over the Little Truckee River. This is what I want to see. Because I want to see how much of this flight path they actually gave me. I'm going to put this on 5 times. I didn't get any of that, because that's a totally different direction. Or are they already going to land, or what here? What is going on? Yeah, they're coming in for a landing. That's strange. And then they stop at 13 after. And then they start again an hour and 15 minutes later. And they start this path. All right, let's follow this one then. And they leave the airport again, which is strange. This one doesn't have a timestamp on it. This is strange. It does not have a timestamp on it. But this says 1454. Let me stop. So if that's 15, hold on. Oops. Zero, zero. That would be after midnight. No. It's not. Hold on. 5 p.m. 5:15 p.m. on August 9th. Yeah, because the flight that I have is like... Isn't it like... It's like 5:24 or something like that. Something like that. All right, let's go. Follow. I'll know based upon where they're flying over what areas they recorded and gave me. Because there's a lot missing, I'll tell you that much. I haven't seen Kenny in a while since my birthday live. Okay, I don't have any of this. I just want to see where... See, I have this path here, where they come back around. Alright, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to do 2 things. One, I'm taking this, and I am archiving it. Yep, let's save that. I would like outlinks, error pages, email me it, and save it to my archive. Then I'm going to, where is it at? This one here. This is August 9th. So that I can convert this over to Google Earth as well. I'm saving all of them though. Every version of it. Just to see if there's any differences between these maps. I most prefer this uncorrected one, but alright, that's all saved. Let's play it at 5 times speed. Alright, I'm going to zoom in, and we're going to follow it. This is insane. Yeah, I didn't get any of this. See, and this is what I wanted. I want to see this side of the water. And for whatever reason, they didn't send me any of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 passes of that side of the water. I got none of it. I got this little piece here. And I think I got this little piece coming up. I didn't get any of this. I think this is where they started what they sent me. It was this right here. Nope, not yet. Still didn't get any of this. Ooh, popsicles are nice too. I just want some water. But I also want to watch this. I'll just take the water to bed with me. Okay, there's a Passover of Lakeside right there. Man, they really searched Prosser on the 9th, man. And they sent me very little footage. This is crazy, dude. This is crazy when it's fucking put into like an actual perspective of what they didn't send me. And there's no dash dot things here, so the transponder recorded. I didn't get none of this. I think this might be the... Nope, still didn't get none of this. Nope, didn't get none of this. Jeez. Now, I do have videos from locals where they show the helicopter in the sky flying around this day. There's actually 2 helicopters in the sky this day. Still, I didn't get none of this. None of this. I just feel like there's a reason why SF removed his video from this side. There's a reason why they're not showing any documentation of that side of the water. There's also a reason why Zanime chose to go in on that side of the water. Oh, I need to take this nicotine out. It's really making me nauseous. Let me see if I can hurry up and grab a water. Look, we're gonna pass by Hobart Mills. Nope, not yet. Is this my flight path yet? Nope. We're going more and more and more over Alder, what the hell is it called? Prosser Lakeview Estates. Yeah, it does. You'll see. They sent that video to me, and there's no car in the water. Here's your first pass. Yeah, they do. Wait a minute, it's not this flight path that they sent me. Unless, hold on, let me see. Because they come around, I think it's this path right here is what they sent me. Damn, y'all, now they go over the sanctuary. Where's all this footage at? Why was this not included in my FOIA? That's alright, I'm gonna put more in. What time is it showing on here? It's close to the time that they sent me. Hold on. Damn, dude, I'm gonna go faster. This is so damn slow. If y'all don't believe 19,000 man-hours, I mean, these flight paths are... It's a lot of hours, too. They could have exaggerated the hours, but a lot of hours were put into looking for her. Yeah, I didn't get any of this sent to me. That's strange. It's very strange. Like, none of this. This is insane how much they withheld. Holy shit. And I mean, this is why they told AWP that Prosser was thoroughly searched. Because it was. Oh! There's another pass right there. This still isn't what they sent me, though. Oh, no, it might be the very next line coming up. Yep, I didn't get none of this footage. Oh my god, this water's so good. Deer Park's the only brand I can drink. I try to drink the stuff from Dollar General. They claim it's spring water, but it still has a weird taste. Yeah, I did not get sent any of this, y'all. This is starting to put into perspective for me, like, how much information is really being withheld here. Holy fuck. I think this is my path right here they sent me. Nope, still isn't. Still didn't get any of this. Damn, dude. I'll know because it passes over this water right here. This is nuts, y'all. Could you imagine if I played this in real time? This is 10 times. I think it's 10 times. 5 times, 10 times. 5 times. What knots are they going? 74. So they're flying through this. Is it my footage yet? Nope. Man, they really gypped me, y'all. Yeah, instead of asking them for information that's pertaining to Kiely Rodni, I'm asking for just footage in general. From this flight path, with this tail number, from this date, from this time. No mention of Kiely. Just so I could get the information. Because this is fucking nonsense. So I got like none of this flight. Is this where they sent me? This might be it right here. Yeah, it is. This is what I got. So I got sent. I don't even think this is it. Yeah, it is. So this is the path that I got sent. It starts. So The clip that they sent me starts here. It starts right here at the water. This is insane to me, how much they did not send me. No, they sent me this one right here. No, it can't be. This can't be this flight. You see how much they went over this water now, Miss G? Let me stop it right here. This is where Kiely's car was found. They would have seen it from here. They definitely would have seen it from here, and they definitely would have seen it from here. Ooh, that's fast. They focused a lot on this campground, though. And then if you hear witness statements of where they walked to get back to their cars. And it sounds like all of their cars were parked in the area of where the pavement meets the dirt road, in my opinion. Elsa is free to correct me on that. Or is this the path I got? This might be the path I got. Nope, it's not. Damn, dude. Y'all, they really flew this bitch. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back through here. I'm gonna start it over, and I'm gonna play it in 20 times. I just want to see. I just want to see something. Why is it freezing? Come on. Here we go. All right, let's see. Why does it keep freezing, though? That's strange. It will only play on 10 times the whole way through. All right, let's try it on 20 times. This is insane. Nope, it keeps freezing. I don't know why. Like, they really, really, really looked for this girl. I want to see how many these passes right here. I think Cara Reed is innocent, too. I think someone clubbed that man with something. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. I don't know why it keeps freezing, though. Come on, you bitch. Like, it's just crazy to me with Grizzly and her husband and their abilities. Like, how she didn't cover all these flight paths. How she didn't find these flight paths. It's my other question. But then again, she only covers what people give to her, so I can't. Wow, dude, this is insane. A lot. A lot, honey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that I can see here. If you want to count these ones. That's a lot. Damn, they're still flying. So I'm just curious how long. This is insane. It's annoying how it keeps freezing, though. Holy shit. Man, I clicked on this. Come on. Keeps stopping. I just want to see where this flight ends. Man, they're really still going around this damn boat ramp. A lot. They're going over the campground a lot. And they only went over the sanctuary 3 times. Sanctuary. But this boat ramp, man, holy shit. Oh, I think the flight's done. Yep. This flight was so long. 1909 to 13, 1920, 21, 22, 23, 24. No fucking way. This is a 5-hour flight. It can't be. When does this flight start here? Stop. Stop. This flight starts at what time? Let me get the other. It doesn't say. Let me look down here. Here we go. 1309. Wait, what? No. 1337 to 20. $13.42. 1 hour, and it's 1 hour. That's so. Total, this flight was 4 hours, but they sat here for an hour of the time. So roughly like a 2-hour flight, 2.5-hour flight between the two. That's insane. That's that flight path for just this one specific TEL, N911WL. That is August 9th. August 10th, they went back down past Lost Trail Lodge again. See? There you go. Didn't search Donner. Hey, remember that one 911 call that it went over? I think that was from the 9th, that 911 call. They flew over that area the following day. They checked Olive River Road, which is still 89. Oh, and look, where did they focus on? By the Artist Lofts. By, dang, y'all. Alright, I'm going to save this one too. This one's 810. This is insane. So let me save all these. right? This is the 10th. Yup. Yikes. Hmm. Hmm. It's no wonder why some of these certain people search these areas on foot. I'm gonna have to match the cow topo to this because it's interesting. They really searched. This is what's crazy to me, is they searched like the artist loft slash rockin' whatever the hell that name of that place is. Like they searched more of this area than they did like her school and work. Strange. Anyway, let's go to the next day. Wait, no, they did one pass over Prosser here. Where did they go? Hobart Mills? Where did they go? Whoa, whoa! Up to Stampede. Huh. Alright, next day. Next day. Whoa! Oh, they searched Prosser again and Boca. Holy shit, y'all. Wait a minute. I feel like, based upon... This feels more like what they sent me, but the date's different. This is more like what they sent me. This is more close to the... Because here they come in, they pass over that little island, and then it cuts off, and then I get another piece, which is like this area where they turn around, and then it cuts off again. I feel like this is more like, I'm saving this one too. This one's from the 11th. This is strange that they didn't send me any of this. That's right. One way or another, I'm getting it. I don't care if I have to be very specific. That's what I'm gonna do. So they thoroughly searched Prosser again. They did that same flight path. This time they go out a little bit further. Look, they even... Oh, they go over Hirschdale. Hey! What day did that Hirschdale shit come out? The 9th? So on the 11th is when they... This is where she was spotted. Remember? Somebody said they saw a car parked behind the Hirschdale sign? Well, that's where the Hirschdale sign would be. And they turned their transponder off during that whole little piece there, too. Didn't record any of this around the water. They go across the shooting range and turn it off again. Out past where... See, this is what gets me. They went right over where... Oh, no, they didn't. It's up here. Because where's that highway at? Highway comes up here. He would have come out here. Okay. See, look, Nick tow truck guy. They flew awful close to there. Again. If she didn't go to Boca, why would they search Boca? Oh yeah, that's right, because her friend said she was abducted. So I saved this one, right? Yep, no. Wait, no. Did I save the 11th? Yeah, I did. Okay. Go me, because these are flight paths I don't have. I've never seen before. These are insane. I would like to know that same thing, Miss G. Your boyfriend's talking in his sleep. That's great. Wow, dude. Extensively searched is an understatement. It literally is an understatement. All right, so that's the 11th. On the 12th, they left Roseville. Oh, man, here's that one that everybody says they spelled Kiely in the thing, and I don't see it. It looks more like Emily or something than anything. It does look like a name, though. I'll give you that. So this is the 12th. Just this N911WL that it's like this is the flight that they made sure to avoid to talk about. Because this one is some super advanced technology on this bad boy. That's alright. Oops. I'm going to save it all, and I'm going to convert it to 3D, and I want y'all to see what this helicopter actually searched, because this is insane. Like, for people to say that this wasn't thoroughly searched, I don't know, just how many passes over this area is insane. I would say that Sam Brown wasn't bullshitting when he said that it was extensively searched, but what really stands out to me is how he says at first they were doing everything they could to not muddy the water, which implies and confirms that they did muddy the waters. I don't know if that's metaphorically, because in some of the pictures that I've seen, they definitely muddied up them waters. And the thing of it is if they're hand searching, you know what I mean? Like if they're sifting through the silt on, that means they're looking for a phone. Well, if you're looking for a phone, don't you think you would bump into like a big ass car? You would think, right? ROV didn't see it. It's insane. It's also very insane to me. Okay, I saved all those. Yes, I did. All right, next. Huh. It's like the 13th they just gave up. That's crazy. The 13th, they didn't even move this bitch. All right. 14th, they didn't use it again. 15th, they didn't use it again. Really? No, they didn't. Why did they stop you? That's crazy. They used it on the 12th. Then the 13th, they said, nah. 14th, they said, oh, there's no data available. Wait a minute. So all these other days have some sort of data, but for whatever reason, the 13th, 14th, 15th, where are they at? It says that it was in use, but do y'all see it? Because I don't see it. Did they fly it to Hawaii? Where's it at? Where the fuck is this flight path at? Is it small? Did they just service it? See, they're saying flight path 1. There is no flight path. That's weird. 16th, they stayed in the Roseville area. 17th, they went up to Yuba. This might be the Yuba City couple. They left Auburn Airport and went up to search on California 20. Wait a minute. That's Grass Valley. Wait a minute. This is fucking... This is them searching for that couple, I'll bet you any money. I'm gonna save this too. 8, oh, start of 17. Look at that, 8/17. I'm gonna save this one too. August 17th. So from August 13th to 17th, they didn't, it was, nope, didn't use it. Strange. Oh well. They must have been busy. Yeah, because isn't this where... Yeah, 20. That couple. Grass Valley, clear up 20. Or was it off 80 that the couple was found? I don't know, they're searching for something on Sucker Flat / Penn Valley area and Grass Valley. Because... Hey, there's Bill Air Force Base. Huh. Glad I saved that one too. Alright, cool, next one. That's August 17th. August 18th, there's no data available. August 19th, no data available. August 20th, they went from Auburn to Roseville. Rockland. Now I'm gonna save this one. I'm just gonna save the uncorrected version of this one. August 20th. And let's see if they used this for the 21st. The 21st, they stayed in the Roseville area, did not go up into Truckee. Alright, let's check any other dates that they went up into Truckee. Maybe they took part in doing the reenactment that doesn't seem to be documented anywhere. Wait a minute. When did Trinity go missing? She went missing November 9th? I'm gonna scroll through that too. Whoa. 9/22, man, they sure are. And Dante went missing when? Kiely was 8. Trinity was 9, right? 9, right? Wait, Trinity Backus went missing November. No. November. And then Dante was right after her, right? Was that in December? They're really searching for somebody here. 9/22. I'm going to save this one too. September 22nd. Nothing. Yeah, Rough and Ready, that's right where the area from Trinity, right? Like Grass Valley slash Yuba County. What is it? Grass Valley into Yuba City, yeah. Okay, 925, nothing. 926, nothing. 927, nothing. 928, they just went from one airport to the other. 929, same thing. 930, 10-1. What date did Trinity go missing? Trinity went missing in November, right? No. Kiely, Trinity, then Dante, but I can't remember the dates. I'm struggling with that. I think it was 11-9. Or was it 9-9? Oh no, there's nothing for 9-9 on here as far as searching. 10-8 they searched that area. Nothing on October 9th. I thought it was November. Could be wrong. 10-13. Is it November and December? Okay, so we will go. There is nothing here. Okay, so here's 11-4. We're looking for this area here. 11-5, 11-6. 11-5 was a lot of searching down in Roseville. 11-6, 11-7, 11-8, 11-9. Isn't this one? Trinity went missing, right? 11-9. She was found 2 days later. This would be maybe... No, this can't be Trinity either because... Maybe it is. It might be. Hold on. Yeah, it is, because here's Bitney Springs. Yeah, this is Trinity right here. Yep, Kentucky Ravine Road. Yep. I'm saving Trinities as well. This was 11... What date? 11-10. So this was the day after she went missing. 11... Oop. November... Oh. November 11th. Right? So I said? No, this is November 10th. I'm saving all of these. Okay, there's Trinity's flight path. See, it's not that they don't use... Because they really do. Strange that they didn't use it on the 11th, though. And then Dante was found December... Okay, thank you. Whoa. Is this... No, this isn't... Is this Truckee? No, this is Forest Hills. Alright, so let's go to December. December 8th. Well, this is crazy because December 8th, they were all over Gold Run Rest Stop because right here it is, December 8th. But that's what's strange. So December 8th, they searched Gold Run, but didn't find him until the next day? That's strange. You seeing that? And here's the date right here. December 8th, 2022. They took off at 1908, so that would be, hold on, 7. A little afternoon. 12:08 in the afternoon. They took off from Auburn Airport, which is where their CHP office is. So December 8th, they searched for him. They searched all down in here at the BLM area. See, Bureau of Land Management. Bureau of Land Management. Which is crazy. Ain't it crazy that the Bureau of Land Management is where all these kids are missing? And then right here is Gold Run Rest Stop. They didn't see his car there? See, look. 2 passes. X marks the spot. They didn't see his car there on the 8th? From a helicopter? And then it appeared there on the 9th? That's strange. I'm going to save this too. I have questions, man. All right, we got Dante's. Oh, I remember CC covering it too. And then remember what they did to her for covering it. Like, here's the thing with, here yet again. You're telling me in all the passes that they did the day before they found Trinity, she wasn't there yet? The day before, this is what's crazy. The day before Trinity, they searched the area and didn't see her. Which, with their technology, it should have picked up some type of differential in hot and cold, even if she was deceased for 10 hours. There would be a heat index difference in their infrared between the trees and a body. Then that's a day prior for Trinity. And then the day prior to them finding Dante, because he was found back here, there's 4 passes. And then not only that, like his vehicle. They would have seen his vehicle, especially on this pass right here. Because right here is where he parked. Y'all, make this make sense. Because here's that building. He would have parked like right here. You're telling me they passed over his car and didn't... For real, Miss G. This is insane. I'm glad I saved all these. All right, y'all, I'm hopping off here. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get up in like fucking 3 hours. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here.